Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. Today I'm going to unbox my August ArtSnacks. I haven't opened it yet. I've just cut the label so I can open it easily on camera for you guys. I have no idea what's in here, so I don't know what other materials I might have to get. Might have to get a certain kind of paper or extra brushes, go get some water if there's like a paint in here or something. But I'm going to unbox this thing and create my ArtSnacks challenge in the next hour or two. So let's see what the heck is in here. I decided I'm not going to do blogs reviewing. Oh good, there's paper in here. I love it when they include paper. I'm not going to do review blogs anymore because it just takes too much time, and there's other things more important that I could be writing about. So doing the unboxing live and then just making my challenge right then and there on Twitch is a better way to keep using my ArtSnacks the way I like, to challenge me to do something and try something different, but also not take so much time for something that, you know, I'm not going to be putting in my portfolio. So first we got some little sample papers. Feels like watercolor paper to me, and I love that. I love watercolor. It's like my favorite thing. I'm not sure which side is the side they'd recommend painting on, but I have a feeling it's this side just because the curve is down and usually they cut down into the top, but could be wrong. Maybe it doesn't matter. I could try both sides and see what it's like. And we got Aquafine watercolor. What the heck? What do you know? I'm gonna have to go get some water. Some little bricks of watercolor. There's something else that they call it. They call it a, what the heck do they call it? Maybe it says on here. It's tube or cakes, I think. Pretty sure they call it cakes. I got ultramarine blue light. It looks like a purple to me. Looks like ultraviolet to me, but maybe this is one of those things where the packaging is not very good at displaying what the actual color is. Looks like I got another one too. Don't tell me I got the same. Okay. I was like, don't tell me I got the same color, because look, the back looks the same. This little thing, but no. Even though these are the same, I got yellow. This is great. These are like royal colors, yellow and purple. They're also complementary colors, I believe. Red, orange, yellow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Yep. Complementary colors. That's always a good way to make a really bold piece. And for the lighter color like this, using the complementary color to create shadows is also one of the most bold choices you can make. That's sweet. Is there going to be a little holder? I don't see a little holder in here. I'm not sure how I'm going to... guess I'll just hold them like... I wonder if I have a little... I probably have... Well, let's continue unboxing and then I'll look at some of the other stuff I have that I could use with this. Here's my actual snack. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. The wrapper's not very tight on it. Oh, boop. There it is. Yum, my favorite color, red. What is it? Cherry. I might eat this while I make the ArtSnacks challenge. Here's my menu, but I don't like to look at that. I like to open all my stuff first. Here's another thing that just barely fits. They had to bend this to make it fit. 55 go. Number 55. Or version 55. I can barely read this. I can't read that at all. That might be take. That might be bamboo. Kuretake. It is. I feel like a genius. Kuretake. That's the brand name of this. Kuretake. I don't know what this means. I can't read that one. Pen. Nihon. 2. Nihon can mean 2 pens. Maybe it means double-ended. Maybe that's what Nihon, because that means 2. Hon has multiple meanings, but it can mean a counter, like a number counter for long cylindrical objects like fingers or... But I think that would be Nippon. Anyway. Sorry I'm getting distracted. I love a chance to practice. I'm not fluent, but I'm always practicing. My Japanese language skills and reading is one of the things that's hardest for me. Kabura. I have no idea what that means. Probably if I knew what this means, it would help me out. Nigiri yasui. I feel like I should know what that means, but I can't think of it. Kabura. There it is again. Kabura. Kabura. And here's this one again. This is this. Type. Kabura something type. I wonder if that means ink. Because then that could mean ink pen. And it could be Kabura ink type. Whatever Kabura ink. Nigiri yasui. Well, I'm sure no, don't let me see. I'm sure the menu will explain it to me. Kyapu. Some sort of cap. My kanji is terrible. I only have like a kindergartner's kanji. And even then, I think I don't know all of them. Inguji. Oh wait, not gu. Kuji. Inkuji. Inkuji. I don't know. Anyone watching who has more Japanese than me, please have patience. Also, anyone watching who doesn't care, sorry. 55, go! Number 55. I just love a chance to... Hey! I think that means picture. Or something like Picture. Okay, let's stop. Oh god, I've got to stop. Oh, but look at how cool this is. What is it saying? The cap can go on the other end so that you can always put the cap on each end or something. Okay, I'm gonna wait to open it and play with it. But it's clearly a double-ended pen. It's got like a fine one and a brushy one. Okay, here's my sticker. It's a pretty little mint green. Not too big of a fan of these orange colors, but the last thing. Tell me it's a brush. You gotta send a brush. You gotta send a brush when you're sending watercolor paint or any paint. I always love to save these green tissue papers and use them for wrapping my... What? Are you kidding me? It's just a regular old pencil. And a brush. Okay. I like to wrap my Etsy orders in these. Or any order, as long as it's like a little button or something. Oh, that's adorable! I don't know if you can tell. Maybe if I hold it closer, though it won't be in focus, but this says ArtSnacks, and it's the ArtSnacks logo font. Ooh, stuck to me. That is so cute because their logo has always been a typical pencil. It's not until like this or last year that they started doing these colored versions of their logo as the stickers. This has usually been... Hey, I can show you. Hold on. I'll be right back. I use this tin for my what am I trying to say? My sharpeners, to dump them out when I don't have a trash can. Like if I'm going plein air or I'm on vacation or something. Or at an artist alley. So, I've been decorating it with these stickers so you can see. All of these. It's this pencil. So, that's so cute. At first I was like, what the hell are they sending me a typical pencil for? No, it's still an art pencil, but it's like it's supposed to look like your number 2 pencil to take your little ditto test or whatever. I wonder if anybody even knows what a ditto test anymore is. Probably only people in my generation or older remember ditto tests. It's not the Pokemon. Okay, anyway. At first I was so confused by this, but now like really happy because it's so funny. It's like a little cosplay or something. This pencil is cosplaying this logo. That is so cute. Okay. I'm eventually going to put this sticker on here. Right here. Boop. It'll look good. Okay. Done looking at this. What about this? Oh, and this is a HB pencil. It's like right in the middle of hardness and boldness. That's why it's called HB. Because the scale is like this. It's kind of like the scale for light. And you've got infrared. Or is it... Well, on one side you've got infrared. And on the other side you've got ultraviolet. That's how the hardness and boldness scale works for pencils. On one side you've got hardness. On the other side you've got boldness. And in the middle, HB. Okay. This one's specifically a watercolor brush. It says watercolor right on it. Usually doesn't say that. Usually, oh, it's so small. Okay. It's usually, like, oh, you can use it for watercolor and acrylic and oil, and you can use it for any kind of paint you ever wanted ever. This one's specifically just one watercolor. It's unusual. Size 1, Sable Round. Round is my favorite. Hey, and you know what? It's actually a good thing that it's really nice and small because I've been needing, this isn't as small as the one I need to replace, but I have this really old one that I love for doing fine details, but it's just been used up, and I really need a new one because the bristles are just like me, and they will not stay together. So then when I try to do a fine detail, there'll be this little rogue line outside of where I'm trying to do because there's a little bristle sticking out, like, and it's also drawing its own line, like, no, stay together. So this one isn't as small as that, but it's pretty small. I think it would be my second smallest round brush after that one. Let's take that off. Take this plastic thing off. Just needs to go in the recycling. I'm glad we're one of the cities that are doing the orange bag recycling so that I can, I think it's Hefty is sponsoring it or something, and it's a special recycling program where you can recycle plastics that are normally not recyclable because they're so hard to recycle. Oh, look at this. I'm sure you guys can't see it, dang it, but this is so sparkly. This blue stripe is like shimmery. I'd almost call it glittery, but it's this little fine little sparkles. Wow. Okay, I'm done with my initial assessment of what we've got. Let's see what ArtSnacks actually has to say about, just making sure there's nothing in there, but what does it have to say about, look at that. I'm going to put it like this. Look. ArtSnacks right in the corner. Okay. Okay, first things first. The joke. There's a joke on every menu. Why was the cap arrested? It was covering for the marker. That's silly. They're all silly. Covering for the marker. Accessory. Okay. Kuretake. I knew it. Nihon date. This means date. I'm learning. I'll probably forget it, but whatever. Nihon. I could read that. 2. So it probably means... Okay, stop. Kabura. Fude. Brush pen. Number 55. I knew it. Okay. The menu says it's $7.95 retail, so about $8 for this. That seems about right to me. This little sticker doesn't fit on here. It sticks off. It's too wide. Staff favorite. Although traditionally used for Japanese calligraphy, Fude brush pens are great tools for all artists. The Kuretake Nihon Date Kabura Fude brush pen number 55, that's the longest name ever pronounced, Nihon Date Kabura, is a double-sided pen with a firm fine point on one end, it's going to be this end, and a flexible rubber brush tip on the other. Ooh, the rubber brush I bet is great because then it doesn't eventually split apart like that paintbrush I was telling you about a little bit earlier. Okay, where did I leave off? I was just getting so excited about this. The soft brush tip is extremely flexible, making it easy to create thick or thin strokes, while the fine tip is stiffer, allowing for greater control. Filled with water-based dye ink, this pen is water-soluble. So, I probably need to be careful and not use a marker on it. Also, if it's water-soluble, I shouldn't use it first, since I'm going to do the ArtSnacks challenge and use all this stuff. So I've got pencil, ink, and watercolor, essentially. I need to put the watercolor down first, unless I want to add, like, a black wash. If I want the lines to say crisp, I need to do it after it's dry. Okay, next. Daler Rowney. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but that's how I pronounce it in my head. Aquafine Watercolor Half Pan Twin Set. Half Pan. Pan! That's what it's called. It's called Pan. Oh my gosh, I cannot remember. They're called Pan watercolors. I feel so much better now. Wish I just said it on here. It doesn't say it. Okay. $6.99 retail each. Man, that's a good deal. Got 2 of these, so that's $14 worth of paint. And I can believe it. If you want good art supplies, you have to pay for it. That's just the way. That's the way pretty much everything is. Like, if you want good technology, you're gonna have to buy the best thing on the market. Anyway, here's the description. Complement your artwork with Daler Rowney Aquafine watercolors. Made from a selection of modern, high-quality pigments, this watercolor paint features rich, free-flowing, transparent colors. Each pack contains 2 carefully selected half pans from the same color palette, letting you mix and create beautiful complementary shades. Complementary. So, I wonder... Wait, each pack... Are they saying these are... Oh, whoa, I did not notice this. I'm going to have some experimenting to do. To me, and I'm sure to you on the camera as well, because the camera just doesn't pick up color that well. These look like the same color. Like, this and this looks the same to me, but now that it's said this, each pack contains 2 carefully selected half pans from the same color palette. This says ultramarine blue light, and this says ultramarine blue dark. So they're technically 2 different colors. I'm going to have to use one sheet of this paper just to experiment and see what the colors look like. Wow. So I've actually, how am I going to tell these apart once I take them out of the box? Well, I'll just try to keep them in order. So this one has ultramarine blue light, ultramarine blue dark. This one has cadmium yellow deep hue and gamboge or gamboge hue. And it's so much easier to read it in these other language. Goma guta. Gumi gut. Goma guta. Why is it weird in English? Gamboge. Anyway. Wow. They look just absolutely the same. Maybe once I get them down with some... I guess this does look a little darker when I look at it from the side rather than from the top. If I look at the side, this one looks darker. This one I can't tell. It's just so dark to begin with. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. So much. I did not expect that. So interesting. Okay. Now for the brush. Robert Simmons watercolor brush, round size 1. So everybody who got this ArtSnacks box got the same brush. Same size and same tip type. Same cut? I don't know what you'd call that. $7.99 retail. New product. Pair your new watercolors with a reliable watercolor brush. The Robert Simmons watercolor brush features a unique blend of high-quality synthetic filaments made to imitate natural red sable hair. I love that. I love modern synthetic brushes because I like to hurt as little animals as I can through my being alive. Anyway, the bristles hold pigment well while also retaining their shape stroke after stroke. That'll be good because that other brush, like I told you, is just like, there's just these bristles that will not stay in place and hold the shape anymore. I'm definitely going to need to get some water. I'm breaking up the bristles now. They always sort of put this light glue or something on new brushes. So you got to break up the tip. With a little one like this, it's really easy. Sometimes you get a big one and it's just so hard you got to stick it in water and be like, come on, come on. There. Yeah, it's nice and soft now. Nice and flexible. Okay. Well, to be honest, it just seems like another good watercolor brush. Nothing special because I only like to use the best quality stuff, so. Next. ArtSnacks X Dixon Taekwondo. I was going to pronounce it Japanese style. Ticonderoga. No. Ticonderoga number 2 pencil. So it's the actual, this pencil. Like you use in school. Like you have to have the number 2 pencil to fill in your ditto test. You take your little, I don't even remember what they called the proficiency exams we took in grade school when I was in grade school. I'm just so amused. I'm so amused. It's a blast from the past. I bet this eraser is... maybe it's good. Maybe it's not the crappy erasers from these pencils. And you don't have to buy a whole pack of them, like, as if you were going to lose 30 pencils in the course of a year. I guess some kids did. There was always those kids asking you for pencils. And you'd never get them back, so you had to keep that in mind. Okay. It's 69 cents. Limited edition, ArtSnacks exclusive. Of course, it says ArtSnacks right on it. It's so cool. It's like reflective. I don't know if you can see that. But it's printed in some sort of metallic so that it is shiny. The world's best pencil, that's in quotes, just got even better. Introducing an ArtSnacks twist on the classic Ticonderoga number 2 pencil. Known for its distinctive green and yellow ferrule, that's this. I lost my spot. This pencil features an exclusive graphite core formula that delivers an extra smooth performance. The latex-free eraser also provides easy, clean corrections. So maybe this is better than the erasers that used to be. I remember the erasers were like on these pencils that you had to buy in like a 30 pack and bring to school every year. It was like, don't bother with the eraser, like just cut it off because it doesn't erase anything. It just smears it around so you can't write anything in that spot ever again. I wonder if they mentioned the eraser specifically for people like me who remember using these and remember how crappy the eraser was. I'm gonna have to try it out. Definitely one of these is gonna be my test sheet. And speaking of these, L'Aquarelle Canson. I love Canson paper. Okay, Heritage watercolor paper. Bonus item. Try out your new art supplies with 3 bonus sheets of cold press L'Aquarelle Canson Heritage watercolor paper. This heavy 300 GSM 100% cotton paper is strong and absorbent, offering excellent color laydown and ultra sharp brush strokes. Experience precise control as color flows smoothly from your brush to paper. If you enjoy this paper, full-size pads are available for purchase in the ArtSnacks shop. Sweet. I really want to eat this, but it would probably be bad for doing on stream because I'll just be like slobbering the whole time and you won't be able to understand what I'm talking about. Trying to get the wrapper on better though. It's like falling off. Alright, let's put this stuff over here. Got this out. I guess I would need it because if I erase anything. There's a sticker for my thingy. Now, how am I gonna... Let's see. Maybe they're marked on the back. Nope. Oh man. How am I gonna keep these straight? Maybe I can... Okay, I better stop. Maybe I can, I don't think I have a marker small enough. I'd like to write on it. Like right on the bottom. 618. Like at least write the number and then I could put it back in when I'm done and then I'll know which one goes where. Let me look for a pen that would maybe write on this material. Like a permanent marker. Ooh! It says permanent. Yay! This is an old ArtSnacks thing. Le Pen. Permanent alcohol-based ink. It says it like real big. Permanent. Okay, let's try it. This one is 618. Please work. Please work, I beg of you. Write it on the side. The bottom is cute. It has the brand name all imprinted in here. It's also textured. So I'm going to try writing on the side instead because it doesn't have anything for my nib to get caught in. 618. Please work. Hey, sweet. It seems to be... I need to let it dry surely, but it's not beading up or anything. So I think that's a good sign. This one is 640. There we go. Now this one's turn. Trying to open the boxes nicely so that I can put these back in. Okay, so this one is 122. Writing on the side is nice because then I can just see the color number without having to pick it up or move it or anything. This one's 123. Maybe that's why these ones were so much harder. Like I really can't tell the difference. They're only one number apart, whereas these are like 32 numbers apart. Well, there's those. Put this to the side. I want to actually use it for my ArtSnacks challenge. Paintbrush. Dang it, I don't really have room for water on here. I'm gonna have to rearrange stuff. Let's get this open first. There we go. Just put that right there. I don't know. Oh, I can't wait to try this. Looks so nice. So nice. I just love these Japanese brush pens. Wow, it looks so cool. I don't know if I've used a brush pen, at least not of this size, that's like this. Also, I love when they have this little bit of plastic or something sticking out so that it won't like roll away. That if it rolls too far, it hits this little plastic, and then that way your pen won't go all the way off of your desk. Okay, so I've got my watercolors, got my watercolor brush, got my pencil. I need some actual water, or I can't use these. Where is my water ball? Here it is. Okay, I'm gonna go fill this with water. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I need to stop letting the water dry out in the bowl. I'm so bad about that, because now I've got rings in here, like the rings of a tree. Let's move this stuff. I'm left-handed, so I need to put this bowl on the left. Oh, crap. I need a... Okay, my little things. Oh, got all these little kitty hairs all over everything. Try to keep them out, but they're so cute. Sometimes I can't help it. Can't help letting the kitties in. Okay, I need a... Oh, good. I don't have to go anywhere. Still have this perfectly good paper towel from the last time I did any watercolor stuff. Perfect. I wonder if I should sharpen this first. This amount of exposed graphite is so small. Okay, let's put on the glasses. And for these kind of pencils, I like to have a long tip on it anyway, so I'll use my long point sharpener. I keep two sharpeners around. One to do the short tips like this had, which I like to have on like my colored pencils, and one to do these long points because I like that for graphite. Okay, and it's a two-step process. First it is more, what's the opposite of fine? Because this one is more fine. This one is more, I can't think of the word. Oh well. This one chops off a whole lot of the pencil, and then this one just kind of shaves away the excess. There we go. More graphite exposed. The first thing I want to do is just test this stuff. I'm gonna test this with water too. I'm gonna see if it goes anywhere when I put water on it. Yeah, it does a little bit, at least when I do a big thing like that. So that's something else to keep in mind. I might have to just color first, do the watercolor first, and then use pencil on the, unless I want that gray. Doesn't spread as much if I put down a line, but it does make it a little, makes the paper a little muddy. There's that, and this ink they said was water soluble, so it's probably gonna move around too. Oh wow, that's so cool. I love this. I love this. This is so cool. Look at that. That looks so good. I love this. Let's try the other side. Oh wow, it really is like it's a really hard tip. Still wet right here. I want to let it dry. Oops. I'm going to let it dry before I run any water over it, because I want to be able to see. I mean, spreading something when it's still wet, even if it's not technically considered water soluble, could still smear it around. So I'm wondering if what they mean by water soluble is even when it's dry, it can be moved around by the water. So while that dries, let's test out these 4 colors. Start with a 618. Oh, this is going to be annoying. You just move around with every little touch. I need a little holder for them. For now, these boxes will be the holders. I should have put them in there upside down. Okay, that seems like enough color. Ooh, that's a beautiful color. I love that. Wow, that's so pretty. See that? It's a lovely yellow. Okay, get all that color out. I want to see what these look like in their most pure forms before I start mixing them. Just make sure to get enough pigment. Pan color, that's what this is called, as opposed to tube. Yeah, this seems like a cooler yellow already, now that it's wet. Oh, yep, look at that. Well, I don't know if it looks any different on camera. A dang camera just doesn't show. It's definitely a cooler yellow. Still really lovely though. I prefer warmer yellow in general, but it's a really nice color. Okay, next, 122. It says ultramarine blue light. I'm glad I wrote on the side of these. That's really helpful. Make sure to get enough pigment out of it. Ah, I'm splashing it around. I guess that's enough pigment. splattering on my table. Oh wow, it really is really blue. The packaging makes it look purple, but maybe the other one's more purple. Try this other one. Stop splashing on the packaging. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, man, it hardly looks any different. Unlike the yellows, which, when I looked really closely at both the little brick of color and now that I've put them on the page, I can really tell the difference between the two yellows, but with these being so close, this is number 122 and this is number 123, and they just look the same to me. I guess this one is a little darker. Should be. It says ultramarine blue dark. Maybe once it's fully dry. I think they should have just put a little more distance between the two colors they put in there. They're so similar that if you use them in a painting with a dozen other colors, you're not going to be able to tell that you use this one in one place and this one in the other place. I guess if you make a painting with only these two colors, maybe you could tell. But I don't know. It's so close. They look exactly the same. Okay, not exactly the same. I'm starting to see this one is ever so slightly different. It's got a little more purple to it. Still, what I just said remains true. It's just so close you can't really... Alright, I wanted to test this out because this looks dry now. Test this ink out. I'm just going to do a big swipe of water. Oh, yep, look at that. Very water soluble. It was dry and now it's not dry. Let's try it on the thinner one. Big swipe of water on the thin one. Oh wow. Yep, even on the thin lines it just comes right away. It almost completely erases the lines. It's giving me a really cool texture on this paper. I love this rough edge. It's the kind of thing that makes physical art so fun. Like, you can imitate that in digital programs, but even though I use them sometimes, I was even using one earlier today. DeviantArt is celebrating its 18th birthday and they are challenging everyone to color in this line art they made. So I didn't want to print it out, so I started using Manga Studio to color it in, and I started doing watercolor techniques to make it more interesting. But even then, it's not as satisfying as doing this little swipe on a test sheet. That is so cool how it just almost completely erased the zigzag lines. Oh, that's really cool. You could outline. Oh, I'm going to try. You could outline a circle. Oh, let me see if what I was looking at was correct. Oh yeah, look at that. So you can stick the caps on. You don't have to lose your cap there. Some pens, especially the cheaper you go and the less design work is put into it in order to make it cheaper, doesn't have stuff like this, and you'll end up with two caps that are the same size, so you just have to set it down, and maybe you lose it, maybe it'll fall on the floor, and you'll have to be searching around for it. Okay, what I'm going to try is drawing a circle. Ooh, I'll try one with each end. Draw a circle. Look at this. Boom. Boom. I'm ready to switch. Draw a big circle. That looks so freaking cool. I don't know if you can tell, but I think it's because I'm writing on watercolor paper. It would probably look just as cool on more traditional rice paper, more traditional for sumi-e work. It just looks so epic. It's just super cool. The ink is really dark right here, and then it gets lighter here, but then it's darker right here, and it's lighter here. So freaking awesome. I wish my kanji work was better. I should practice more. I write like a little kid, I bet. Little kids. I almost don't want to ruin this circle because it's so cool looking. I can always make more circles. Now what I wanted to try was getting a sort of gradient effect for a circle, keeping the water inside of it, just pulling the ink in so that it gradually fills up the center. I'm not really getting a gradient effect, but it did fill in the center. That's so interesting. I love experimenting. Should I do it? That's the purpose I drew it for. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna mess up my circle. My beautiful calligraphy style, sumi-e style circle. Now if I clean my brush and make it really dry, and just, no, it's not working, but I'm gonna leave it like that. That's really cool looking too. It's not a terrible loss. Wow, neat. That's so fun. I should just do like a whole page of these, and then I could make some sort of final thing. What am I gonna make with this? So I've got, it seemed like it would be purple and yellow, especially, like, look at this. This isn't the same color at all. Where do they get off printing this? This matches, at least much closer than this one. Oh well. Now I know what they do look like. Oh, I'll use my pencil to write down the names. And then, or the numbers, 618, 640, 122, and 123. Ah, no! That little fleck of... Oh well, it's all water soluble, so I'll be able to clean my table easily. Man, that's so cool. Love it so much. Maybe the first thing I'll do is something where I'm just doing like a wash of color and then drawing on top of it. But using this tiny little brush for that, I don't really want to use the tiny brush. I wonder if I should just dip this dip this in the water. Okay. Calm down, me. You can do this. Oh man, maybe I should. Whatever, it's my ArtSnacks challenge. No one's paying me. I'm gonna get a big brush. Give me a big brush. Oh heck yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Woo! Big brush. Better for acrylic and oil, but I just need something to wet this whole page down. Not too much though. I want to keep it on the page, if at all possible. Ah, little hairs. Dang little kitties. They get their little hairs all over everything, and then I have to pick them off. Ugh, the whole brush is dusty. So I never use it. Should have taped this down, I guess. There we go. Now, let's start. I'm going to do a similar technique to what I was doing in my DeviantArt birthday drawing earlier. Just adding color and splotches and trying to get them to mix. Of course, it's easier to do it cleanly and vibrantly in a digital program. Since these are so close, I'm just going to keep them away from each other. The description said the point was to make cool complementary color mixtures using the two colors in the box, but I don't think they mean complementary as in complementary color. I think they just mean the colors go good together. Like, oh, that complements your skin tone well, that kind of thing. That kind of complementary. Maybe if I keep these apart too, in the end they will be able to show their own strengths. Maybe I'll do this yellow. So the yellows are pretty different. Different enough. Maybe not 100% different. But if you mixed them together, you probably wouldn't be able to tell that it was two colors mixed together. But wish I could get more bigger drops of water. Well, whatever. Next color, next color. Pull in a bunch of pigment. I want a lot of pigment. Boom. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. This corner's already pretty dry. No, not that dry. Don't be too dry. Does it kind of look different? It kind of look different when I put this much down. Okay, let's go back to the yellow. Add some more yellow. Cooler yellow. Keep them apart. Keep the blues apart. I feel like I just can't get as much pigment from the yellow. It's from the blues. Oh, there we go. Really gotta scrub. Get a bunch of water. Let it spread out. Let it mingle with the blues. Lots and lots of water. Lots and lots of water. I like to get that organic mixing just because water does what it's going to do. Now, let's get more of this warmer yellow. It's looking pretty cool. Ah, my paper's drying out. No! No! Don't dry out. Stay wet. Not done. Not done. You need to stay wet. More water. More water. Just drown it. Drown it in water. So that I can mix. This organic mixing is what I love about watercolor. One of the things. There's so much good about watercolor. There's so much to love about it. Now, let's see, I think I'm adding too much water. I want more of this color over here. I want it to be darker, more vibrant, more pigment. Yes, yes. Bloop, bloop, more bloops. More bloops. Bloop, 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 bloop. Still getting a little crazy. Gotta get the blue out. Now, more of this cool yellow. Really saturate this corner right here. Whew, running out of space. Paper's drying on this side. Ooh, it's turning into green. That makes sense. Yellow and blue, and green. Now, what should I do right here? Just keep pulling it up, messing with what's already here. Might have been better if I had taped this down, but I didn't think about it. It's too late now. It's just too late now. Neat. It's looking really cool. The way it's drying is really cool too. Dang. The camera really washes it out. Looking at the camera. It's also not warm enough. Oh well. I'll take a picture of it when I'm done so you can see it on social media. I need to carefully move this out of the way. Clean this up a little bit for my for my next sheet. What should I do? It's not an ArtSnacks challenge if I don't use all of the media in one piece. For this piece, I intend to come back with the graphite and ink once it's all dry. No idea what I'm gonna draw, but man, it's making such cool, like, crackly shapes. Anyway, maybe this piece, I'll start with graphite and ink and then add the watercolor, even though it will make the ink and graphite move around. What should I draw? What this reminds me of is a sunset. The way I've done it like this. Oh, maybe I shouldn't start with these. Or I'll lightly make a sunset. It's just going to be fine for the horizon. Sunset on the ocean or something. Oops, it's a little sideways. Whatever, your boat's rocking left and right. Couldn't take a straight picture. That's my explanation. There's the sun. Now, this brush is so small. Okay, let's try it. So, should I make it warmer on the inside? I guess first I'll make the sun, do wet on wet techniques for the actual sun. And I'll do wet on dry, or the sun reflecting on the water effect. Holding my head in an angle so I can see the light reflecting on the water and make sure I got water all over in the sun. Well, I think maybe the cooler one would be on the outside because that's where it would be meeting the color of the sky. Get a bunch of this warm. Ooh, that's so lovely. This color, this yellow color is just delicious. Now, this color, this cooler yellow, we're going to see how well it does with blending with its partner, the way that it's supposedly supposed to be used according to the ArtSnacks description. I don't have hope for the blues, but this really does make a nice gradient. These two yellows together with wet on wet technique. Now, gonna get this, moving these way out of the way, there. Gonna get this warmer color again, but I'm gonna do wet on dry and go like this. Slowly bring it down. So that it looks like a sunset on the waves. Because of the texture on the paper, gives it that appearance like it's the waves, the texture of the waves. I figured that out from this little test I did. Little tiny bit more water. Yeah, this is super cool. Super cool. Cool. Yay. Bring it a little bit to the side here. Get it on the other side. Come on. Shining. Be shining. So maybe I should do... No, I should save this for the water in the sky. I'll try to make smooth wet on wet transitions. But this is still wet, so I don't want to mess with that or mess with this. Ah, another kitty hair. Staying little kitty hairs just everywhere. And the sun usually dominates the sky. Like the color, the sunset right now, like this, there wouldn't really be much blue in the sky. In fact, there probably wouldn't be much blue on the ocean either. So maybe I'll just have the blue coming in from the corners. Here I'll do dry technique again. I'm just experimenting away. Get the page all soaking wet, just like the other one. But I'm not going to use that big brush this time because I need to keep it precise. page wet, adding more water so it doesn't dry out while I get the rest of the page up here wet. Okay, add a few more drops everywhere to make sure the whole page is still wet. Okay, so I'm going to start with this cool yellow. And I really can't tell the difference at a glance at just the color, which is which. That's so cool. Pigment just sort of grows organically outward. So fun. It's way more fun to do watercolor techniques in the real world rather than the digital world. So you can get similar effects, but the unpredictable nature, and then and you're like, oh, so it's going to do that, and then you like try to work with it a little bit because it did something that you like, and I just don't get that from digital imitations. I'll use the ultramarine light for the outside because I feel like the sky should be lighter than the sea. The sea is deep and dark and the sun is only reflecting on it. The sky, the sun is shining through it. I don't know if that makes any sense. It makes sense to me though. And that's why I'm making these decisions. I want more pigment on this side. I can add a little bit over here. A little more so they're even. So that both sides are even. Yeah, that looks really cool. So get the corners dark, kind of like a vignette from a camera photo, duh. From a photograph. Okay, I'm gonna have to let this one dry now before I go down here, or else it will pull in this stuff, and I want it to stay where it is now. So I'm just gonna move it up here and wipe this down again. I like to wipe my workspace so that I don't accidentally get color in places I don't want. This one still isn't dry either. Wow. Well, in the meantime, I kind of want to experiment more with this pen. Maybe I'll get a different type of paper than just what was in the ArtSnacks box while this finishes drying. Oh, like that. I'm pretty sure I have some little sheets of rice paper back here behind my desk. Well, I was right, but they're already experimented on most of them. There's this one left, but it's got, I remember now, these came from a pigment and palette box, which was an ArtSnacks competitor for, I'd say, no more than 2 years. About 2 years. I'd say give or take 2 or 3 months. And when they sent this box, it was like plagued with problems, because when you subscribe to a monthly box program, whatever it may be, art or cooking or makeup, etc., you don't want to have to go out and buy some specialty product that in order to use what you got. Like, it's one thing if the box, so say like ArtSnacks, expects you to have a sketchbook, so they don't provide paper every time. That's understandable. But with this box, they sent one of those ink sticks where you grind it on a stone with water, and the more you grind, the more pigment there is, and the darker the ink, or you add more water to make it light. They didn't send you a stone to grind it on. They just sent you the stick, and you can't just use that. The way those are designed is to be ground down. And then they also, so they included this paper, but there's all these red marks on it, which looks like you can't even see, but it's because they sent a red china marker, which is a marker meant to write on china, as in like porcelain. It didn't have a cap on it. It wasn't like wrapped in a paper or anything to like protect it, so everything was covered in this red stuff from the china marker. So that was super disappointing. That's probably why this is the one sheet that I haven't actually used, because these ones were okay. But what the heck. Now I don't have to worry about that, because now I'm trying to use it with this thing. Although, I drank a bunch of coffee today, and I don't normally drink coffee. I'm going to have to go take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I tried to use the restroom before I start streaming, but I think since coffee is a diuretic, there was no hope for me. Okay, so I wanted to just try some. Right, this thing goes on here. Right, goes on like this. Whoop. Yeah, that's so cool. That's such a good idea because normally you'd put this end of the cap on, the end that the brush goes into, but by doing it this way, you can do what I did earlier, which is just switch without taking them apart. That's really cool. What do I draw? Here I was practicing. I was using one of my Sumier books and practicing some of the techniques for drawing a bamboo. It was like, well, what the heck? I'll just try. It was like press down and then stroke down. Oh, that doesn't look like a bamboo at all. So it's like, oh wow, it goes right through. Okay, press down and then stroke down. Press down and then stroke down. Well, that's kind of looking like it. Stroke down. It's really thin bamboo, okay? It's just really thin and sad. Okay, let's see. I should just get my book out instead of looking at my own sketch when I'm like no expert on Sumier techniques. There it is. Let's see right there. Oh, there's this one too. Okay. Oh, they're by the same person. How did I not notice? Okay, I'm excited. I have two books on. How did I not notice? It's because this one is credited to their full name and this one just uses their last name. Ugh, almost dropped it. Sumier, The Art of Japanese Ink Painting. Oh, it has a DVD. Never watched it. Shozo Sato. But on the side it just says Sato, so when this one said Shozo Sato, I didn't put that together. But I got this for Christmas a couple years ago and I haven't used it yet. And this one is about calligraphy, and this is a calligraphy pen, not necessarily a Sumier pen. Sit First -7. This book is so cool. I have not given it a proper read through yet, but it's not just how to draw the calligraphy. It also talks about what these calligraphy sayings mean, like examining in depth the meaning, gosh, I can't think of the word. It's not just like, this literally means this. No, it like talks about it in a philosophical way. That's it. These are getting way too complex for me. Remember, I have a kindergartner's grasp of calligraphy, and probably of kanji, and probably a kindergartner's handwriting too. Yume just means dream. Dream. That's right, dream. I was drawing a bamboo, but now I'm gonna write dream. Okay. Through the paper. Okay. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see. I keep putting this on the wrong way. So, I know you're not supposed to put your hand down. You're supposed to write like this. I need a little thing to like hold the paper. Oh, here we go. Okay, 1, 2. I knew it would do that. Okay, and then 3, 4. Oh, it looks terrible. Okay, I'm supposed to go farther down. Okay, because 5 is inside. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, I do a little dot. 9. Okay. Now the 10 and 11 goes out farther than these 1 and 3. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, it looks like trash. It's not even readable. Okay, maybe someone could read it, but I need to do thicker strokes like this. Oh, look. There's two different styles. This is so cool. Kaisho style, Gyosho style. Ooh. This Kaisho style. Simplification, bottom right, left, right. This. The essence of the Gyosho style is that the beginning and ending of a brush stroke must show the directional movement of the next stroke. Yeah, that's what I love when I see artistic Asian style calligraphy, or Chinese / Japanese, because China and Japan use kanji. I wonder if any other countries do. I've not looked into that. Let's try it. Let's try the Gyosho style. Maybe it will look prettier. I'll do it in this bottom. It's almost like an art piece. Okay. So, oh, and this will be easier because I can hold the paper down and it won't keep going bloop, bloop when I try to write. Maybe it won't do that. I need like a sketchbook, not a loose paper. Neat. I like how this is doing this. I like how it's bleeding through onto my desk, especially since it's not permanent ink. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to do it real cool. One. Dang it, it still moves. Okay, I'm gonna hold it like this. 2, 3. 2, 3. Oh, looks so bad. 4, 5. Oh wow, 6. 6. Oh, that's like E. That's like the hiragana E. Okay. 7. Right, and the 8 and the 9 need to be wider. So 8. Oh man, this doesn't look like anything. 10. 11. 12. Blast it, doesn't look anything. I'm gonna have to write this like 100 times to get as good as this. Take a look at this. Take a look at this comparison. I bet this will show up in the camera pretty good. Wow. It's so sad. So sad. Guess I need to try to write it bigger and with bigger strokes. It's just really... Yeah, it looks like a little kid's drawing. And this one... I guess comparing this one and this one's better, but still looks nothing like this beautiful work of art that's actually in the book. Just gotta get that big. And maybe it's because this is not an actual brush. This is a brush pen, and it's just subtle differences. Well, that was fun. Wonder if... See, that's why my hone looks like a freaking little kid drew it. Okay. Well, let's clean up this so I don't accidentally get it somewhere I don't want. Wolfax2, welcome! It looks like a B, the bottom right one. Left, right. This one? I can see it. What, like these are the antenna or something, and this is the pointy butt, and here's the stripes. At least it looks like something. I need to practice more if I want to get any good at that. Kind of do. Maybe that would be a good way for me to learn kanji too, because my vocabulary is also crap. I need more vocabulary and more penmanship in Japanese. I think my English vocabulary is quite good. Okay, this one is dry. What about you? Are you dry? They're both dry. But what should I do on this one? I have little kitty hair. Off with you. Oh, I know. Wolf, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad you stopped by. Aw, You have visitors at work from Japan all the time, and some of their writing looks like a child wrote it too. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one. It's just so hard. So hard to get it to look good. You just gotta practice. It makes sense. I've only been doing self-study of Japanese more than anything else, and I had one calligraphy lesson when I was in Japan, and that was just like, you know, my whole group of exchange kids and like 3 teachers going around the room, and we each learned one thing. I wrote the kanji for friend, I think, Tomo, and I still have it on this pretty board, and it's not nearly as pretty as the ones that the teachers were doing. I wonder if they have any Asian style, Japanese, Chinese style calligraphy classes locally. That would be cool. At least I got my own book for now, if nothing else. I kind of want to work on this one some more because I don't know what to do with this. Maybe I should try to write a pretty kanji on it. Like, But then how would I use a pencil? I'll work on this one. I know what I'm doing here. I know what I'm trying to do anyway. Okay, which color did I want to use? Alright, I wanted to use the deeper one. Or did I use the deeper one? I'm confused about what color I used now. 122. They both look just as wet, so I don't know which one I used last. Well, this one's supposedly ultramarine blue dark. So I think this is the one I want to use for the ocean. I want to get the same dry technique. Wet on dry technique. Wet on dry means the brush is wet, the paper is dry. That's what that means. And so wet on wet means both are wet when you put the pigment down. A little bit more water. I'm going to start from the outside and work towards the sun. Yeah, I love this. Love this look. It's so cool. So cool. Okay, I need more. Ah. I wonder if I could try writing the kanji with this brush with the watercolor. Yeah, I just want the corners to be all filled in and then pull it towards the sunset. Dry. Pull it with a dry brush towards the reflection of the sunset. Okay, need a little more. Need a little bit more. Uh-oh. I need to try not to mix it with the yellow. That doesn't look that good. Actually, mixing the colors makes it kind of a black color. That's not what you want. At least if I want black, I want it to come from my black pen since it's the ArtSnacks challenge. Alright, that's a thing. Okay. Alright, other side. I'll just flip it over. Then I can not get my hand on that while it dries. This paper is really good for getting some dry texture. It's just really nice. The texture is really nice. what I love seeing in others' watercolor paintings too. Just the best part of watercolor to me is that cool dry brush effect. Come on, more pigment, more pigment. I want to make it look even still though. Is it black if I get any of the yellow in? No. No, 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 no. How's that? I need to do a little more right here. That doesn't look right. Okay, a little too dry. Just need a little bit more water right here. Spread it around good so it looks even. Make it nice and even. Right here too. Man, I'm gonna have to do something with the ink now because right here it's just too dark. What am I gonna do with the pencil too? I feel like just having the pencil for that outline is kind of not really showing off. It's not using it in equal measure, I guess. I don't know where else to use it. I'm gonna draw some birds or something. Some birds flying in the sky, flying from the sunset. Shoot, did I get a little? I did. Well, it's a little spot on the sun. Okay. Alright, it's not dry enough, so. Maybe instead of a letter, I'll look at my Sumier book. Same author. I really know their Japanese ink techniques. I don't want to get this on my book, so I'll clean this up a little bit. I just like to keep my stuff in the best shape possible to keep it clean and nice. There. Sumier! Like, look at these irises or orchids. They're so lovely. I can't even do a freaking bamboo stalk yet. Ooh, there's some grass. That looks pretty easy. Man, that's beautiful. Oh, here's the bamboo. Here's the letters again. Oh, my book is ruined. No. Little rip right there. Oh well. Oh right, this is where I got, because they're showing how these same strokes, like this stroke is part of, this kanji means big, and so part of big is you're putting them together, and that becomes the stalk of the bamboo. That's what I was trying to do over here and failing. And then, like this stroke here, or this one here, becomes the leaves. No, I'm not good with the letters. Give me something that I can just imitate without being disappointed. Oh wow, what a cool brush. It's made with feathers instead of fur. Okay. I need to be looking at the tools. I just want to look at the... Oh, here it is. Here's that bamboo technique. Oh, they're pushing the brush down with their finger. That is so cool. What? I need to read these books in earnest. Ooh, mountains. What can I do? Should I just do Try to do a mountain. If I just try to imitate this, I think I could do it. So you could use the brush to bring the ink down. I'm going to try. I'm sure it won't look the same, but I think it'll be an interesting experiment. So, it's like, so it doesn't matter if this ink dries. As soon as I put water on it, it becomes super soluble again. The problem is I'm supposed to not put my hand down like Western style. Just keep your hand up off the page to get those nice organic brush strokes. I love how I can squish this down and a ton of ink comes out. This is an awesome pen. Thank you, ArtSnacks. Thank you for another awesome box. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Maybe I will. So the way this example that I'm imitating does it, it does more gray to show the back of this snowy mountain. So instead of like adding color, because snow is white, so you can't really do that on a grayscale picture, they make the sky gray. So what I'll do, in order to use this end in this piece as well as the more brush-like end, do the same thing, but I'll just use this side, and I'll spread the ink upwards with water. Yeah, this is fun. This is super fun. Ooh, this one has, I'm going to put it in a different spot, but it has another lower ridge. Right. Boom! Okay, now to use my brush, August ArtSnacks brush. Start up here. Bring this black pigment up for this guy. Oh, I know. Oh, well, let's do it. I can probably still do it. It's gonna say use the graphite to make this sky, because I've got this pencil to use still too. Just have the ink come a little bit up. Ah, it's already drying over here. No, I didn't want such a hard line. Come on, come on. Work this line away. I want it to be a little more of a gray gradient than that. Wow, this is so fun. This is why I subscribe to ArtSnacks, to have fun experimenting like this. There. I'll let that dry. Let's go back to, no, there's still areas I could work on over here. Can bring this down. Ooh, that's real dark. Ooh, goodness. Okay. Do this one. Super dark, super dark. Okay, let's get rid of some of that water and then dry brush it. Dry brush it. Dry brush it. Spread it out. Neat. That is so fun. This is so fun. Never done something like this. Oh wow, that stroke is all gone. There's a lot of ink in that one. Oops. Dry brush, dry brush, dry brush. Take away some of the water here. Wow. So fun. So fun. So weird and different. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry now before I work on that stuff. Excuse me. A sneeze. I had a sneeze in there. Okay, well this one I'm using wet techniques for the... I may as well use it for the pencil too. I'll use... This one will be wet techniques for the ink and pencil. This one I'll do dry techniques. What the heck am I gonna do with this pencil on this one? Maybe I'll use it for on the yellow, adding some more texture here. I wonder if I can erase this. Oh wait, haha! I can try this eraser. See if this eraser is any good. If it's still that crappy pink eraser from childhood. Of course, it's kind of not fair to it because since I already did water, it might have sealed the graphite in. It looks like it's done so for some of it. But it also looks like some is erasing, so this attempt is not a complete waste. Yeah, some of it's coming up. Also, yeah, they improved the eraser because I remember I have like visceral memories of destroying test sheets and stuff, trying to erase, and it just, the paper's coming away in little rolls, you know, because the eraser is so crappy. This is not the pencil from my childhood, even though it looks like it. It's a proper artist pencil. Yeah, I can't get that line at all. Well, let's see what it looks like. Where's my little brushy brush? I need to get my palette knife and Bob Ross it. Yeah. He needs a huge canvas though, his technique. These little papers are so small. I do one little daub of paint and it'd be like, well, there it is. Bloop. Yeah, too bad that won't work with these pan colors. These pan watercolors. You know, I've never tried a Bob Ross style painting. I think it's because generally I dislike acrylic and oil paints, which is generally what he used, I think. I think he used more often oil. I wonder if he even did use acrylic. I don't know if I've seen an episode where he used acrylic. Yeah, I think that's good for a pencil. I'm going to draw a little bird. Little seagull off in the distance. Little sea eagle or something. Boom! Oh, that looks good. How cute is that? Should it just be one? Yeah, I think there would be more than one. Probably some fish or something in the ocean. They're all hunting the fish. That's adorable! These little tiny birds. Oh, you meant with how I was doing the ink with the mountains. Well, even though I got this brush out, I'm trying my best to stick as much to just the supplies I got in my ArtSnacks box, which is these papers and these paints and this stuff. So that's why I'm forcing myself to use this dang little tiny brush to do stuff that, yeah, you're totally right. It would have been way easier to use a brush like this and go, that would look way better. It's definitely in this book that I'm using for example for this. They're using a huge brush. They're not using this little tiny dinky thing. I'm just trying to make something that's not, I don't know how to explain it. So often with these challenges, when I try to do them, I'm just so disappointed because I don't know what to do, and what I end up with just looks like, oh, well, I tried this and I tried this and I didn't make something that's coherent. So that's what I'm trying to do here, make something coherent, but still use everything in equal measure, like I mentioned. Now I'm just going to use this for more texture on the dark blue. Right, it's more, what's the word? There's more character in your strokes with this type of brush if you keep your hand off of the table or the page. Oh, I should make them bigger as they get closer. One side is all even, the other one I'm more experimenting. Oh well, the whole thing's an experiment. It's okay. Yeah, make these ones really tiny because they're just so far away. Just so far away. Both sides don't look that different. Maybe we'll do some big ones. Boom, boom, some huge ones. Well, way up close. Doesn't even look like waves. That's kind of cool though. I don't even know if that shows up well on the camera. It's so dark. The blue is so dark, and the black is dark. I'm going to put more birds. This one's flying down a little bit. Its wings are up, its body's down. I want one that's a little bigger and closer. That's good. So let's see, I used everything in this. Graphite, all 4 colors of paint, the paper obviously, and ink, and I use that brush. Still not dry here, so I'm going to let that dry. This is dry. Okay, what I was going to do is try a wet technique on the graphite. So I'm going to do a nice even covering up along the top edge, and then pull it down with the brush and gradate it toward the ink that I already smoothed out for the sky earlier. Let's see what this looks like. This blue is so dark I can't even see the pencil on there. Okay, let's see what it's like. Wow, that's really cool. I bet it's another thing the camera's not picking up, but since the blue is so dark, the graphite was actually reflecting the light, and it looked like cool, I don't know, little pieces of metal or something. I guess in a way it is. Graphite is is it a metal? Is it a mineral? I think it's a metal. I'm not an expert. Maybe it's not either of those things. Anyway, it looked super cool in the water. Not getting that effect over here on the yellow because it's just so, the yellow is so light. This is working out pretty good to make the sky a little darker than the top of this mountain. Smooth this here. Just looks like a straight line. I want it to be more soft. Ooh. I woke the ink back up. Yay, that looks good. Dang, on camera though, it doesn't hardly looks any different. Here to here. Blast it. But if I put the graphite down on this now, it won't be nice and smooth like this, so I gotta let that dry if I'm gonna put more down, which I think I might, because I want it darker. But for now, let's do this. Just make this a little bit more water. Okay, I'm gonna rough this up a little bit. Make it more like a mountain. Mountain's all rough and tough, not straight and flat. Wow, that's so cool. That's so fun. I love how this ink, I gotta remember never to use this for my typical ink, then marker, then colored pencil drawing, because the marker will get all blended into this, but for watercolor or something, it's really cool. It's really, I don't know, it's really good. It's really fun. That even when it dries, it's totally malleable as soon as you get it wet again. Just dab some water on here to make it feather out in an organic way. Instead of pulling it, just dabbing it and letting it do its own thing. That's such a fun technique. What about this one? Just really, in the picture I'm looking at, it's like a background thing. I mean, it's like a background thing. That doesn't explain what I mean at all. I mean, it's not the closest thing. Here, I'll just show you. Gotta be careful not to get it on these wet pictures. So it's much lighter gray than down here because that's just a technique to give a sense of perspective. The things that are closer to you should have darker tones. It's called atmospheric perspective, and it even works in Asian style painting. So you make it lighter if it's way in the background, because if you look in real life, it's called atmospheric perspective because the atmosphere itself is in between you. There's more atmosphere between you and what you're looking at, so it's more hazy or lighter in color. So it's not quite like what I've done here, because this is really dark, but I don't have a big long piece of paper like that, so that's okay. Whoa, someone rang the doorbell. I wonder what's here. I hope it's a package. I hope it's something that I ordered. Ooh, that's so fun. Dang it. I'm just going to keep saying that because it is. Oh, I have an idea. use what's on my brush now to get a really light effect. Yeah. Cool. Let's bring this over here and bring it down. And just bring it all the way over. Wow. So fun. So fun. I'm gonna deal with this line a little bit. Don't want it to be so hard. Okay, how are we doing? These are so different. Let's dry. Can't tell. Still a little damp. Let that dry. Clean up the workspace a little bit. Oh, it's 12:30. I'm so close to done. I'm really on time today. I wonder what my dog's barking at. I wonder if whoever rang the doorbell is still there. Too bad for them. Then I'll just have to come back later. I'm busy. Sin sometimes just keeps barking even after the person leaves. So, yeah, his bark is calming down. I also love water-soluble stuff because then even if you let your brush dry with the stuff still on it, it's so easy to clean it out. You basically just get it wet again. Are you dry? Oh, it's pretty dry. Okay, I'm going to add a lot more graphite this time. I want to really make the sky different than the mountains. It doesn't really want to... come on. It doesn't want to transfer onto the paper, it feels like, but maybe that's because it's an HB and I'd have better luck with a softer lead. I think after I'm done doing this, I'll be done with my ArtSnacks challenges for this month. That looks pretty cool by itself, but I wanted to do all wet techniques for this one. Oh, I should start on this side. The graphite doesn't really spread out very much. I think it's more, what you can do with it is soften it up, and that's about it. Can't move it around like you can watercolor or this ink. And it didn't particularly mention it being water-soluble graphite in the description from ArtSnacks, so I don't think they had water techniques in mind for this pencil when they made it. Still think it's super cute that they finally... I've been subscribed since the second year of ArtSnacks, and I've never gotten something like this where they took the logo, which is one of these, curved into a, it's this, curved into a pretzel. This one is still barking, that little barker. Oh, I know what he's barking at. The spraying people are here. Spray fertilizer and stuff for the lawn. That's what he's barking at. Well, he's just gonna have to be upset for a little while until they're done. But yeah, this is adorable. It actually says ArtSnacks on it. And it looks like those old crappy number 2 pencils from grade school, but it's an artist quality lead and eraser. And it's artist grading. It's HB. Doesn't just say number 2. How's that? Does that look, does that stand out more? I think it does. I think the sky is finally dark enough to really, yeah, even on the camera it seems like this is a much bigger difference. And the camera always washes everything out in order to be bright enough to see anything. Subtle differences get lost. Alright, let's get all my little tools in here together. I'm gonna call it a day. Got my August ArtSnacks unboxed. Oh, here's my lollipop. My actual snack from my box. Did my ArtSnacks challenge. A little test sheet. So, that's it for today. I will be back tomorrow. Not sure what I'm gonna work on, but I'll figure it out by then. Thank you for watching.